What's going on, traders? It's Tyler here. Today we're going to be talking about NETE on the stock ticker. I'm back from taking a little break, so I just want to get right into this. This stock did pop up on pre-market. We can see here from about $3.20 and hit about $4.20, pull back, and then at market open did manage to explode up from about 350 up to 375 here before pulling back to this moving average. You can see we did find support on the moving average and the VWAP here. And that's good. That means most buyers are now above water, as the stock did move up into above the previous high. And after hours here, you can see it did reach 590 before pulling back just quite a bit, and it is ranging in here for the past hour or two. So not much action in the past 45 minutes about. As you can see, we are talking about this on the 15-minute chart. That means each one of these bars is 15 minutes, just in case you weren't aware of that. Let's go ahead and get right into the fundamentals really quick. I did take a look. This stock did have some news today. We're looking on Yahoo Finance. I found this little article here. Net Elements Unified Payments enters the $13 billion property management industry. So they have a unified payments system. That's what it sounds like. And they're saying that the property management industry is estimated to grow from 13 to 25 billion by 2025. So people are getting excited that they have a program that they're able to use in this booming industry, right? So obviously that's going to drive excitement, and that's going to drive buyers, that's going to drive momentum, right? That's what we want to see. That's the kind of news we want. Another thing we want to take into consideration, that this stock, from my data, shows a 3.43 million share float. If I'm incorrect about that, feel free to correct me in the comments. I was totally fine with that, but I believe this is correct. This is the most recent data that I have, and my data is pretty good. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the technicals. That was the fundamentals. We see there's a little news today. That's always good. Let's go ahead and start off by drawing our support and resistance, right? We got our resistance right about here at about 575. We're going to go ahead and use the resistance here in the actual market. This shaded area is aftermarket. This is pre-market. So it's pre-market / aftermarket. Right now, obviously aftermarket. So we got our support and resistance. We got our resistance up here at 575. Let's go ahead and draw our support. We got our support. We'll go ahead and put our support right at 445. I think that's pretty clear. Let's go ahead and put our median, which is the middle of the support and resistance, at 515. Now we can see we are sitting above the median, as we did break above that towards the end of the day. We did hit that 575, and there is obviously a big seller up there that doesn't want it to pass there yet. But the buyers are getting hungry. The buyers are pushing this higher, so it's very hard for the seller to push this down when there's a bunch of buyers going crazy, right? So we can see we're still above the moving average. That's good. So overall, it's looking more bullish. We have the VWAP down here at 477 about. So most buyers are above water. We got the stock right now. It's still active in after hours, but it probably won't move much out of here, but you never know, obviously. But we're sitting right at 578. So what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow, I'm going to be looking for the bullish play, because I want to trade this going long, right? Especially with this really extended move, this really bullish move here. So there's a good chance for a continuation tomorrow. That's what I like to trade off. That's what I look for, those beautiful continuation trades, right? So what we're going to want to see is sometime tomorrow, most likely at market open, if it does happen, obviously, we're going to want to see a break back above this important level at 575. So go ahead and set an alert at 575, or using TradingView or whatever broker or software you use, whatever you want to use, whatever you're using. I'm sure most programs have an alert system. So anyways, set an alert. This is what I'm going to be doing. So you do whatever you want, but if you want to work my strategy into your strategy, then go for it. So go ahead and what I'm going to do is set an alert at 575. Next thing I'm going to look for is it to break 575, right? Once I see it break there, that's going to get me interested. That's going to be telling me, hey, the momentum's coming back, right? I'm going to be looking at level 2, obviously. I'm going to be checking the buys. I got my other little tricks, right? But the main thing is we want to see it break back above 575 so we can watch the setup up here. Because if we don't get the setup, then there is no trade, right? So next thing that I personally want to see, For my kind of strategy, I want to see it pull back just slightly. I don't want to see it go like this. I want to see it pull back slightly with a small pullback. That could be, that could be a 5-second pullback. That could be a 5-minute pullback, right? It's always going to be different. In the markets, you can't predict the time of things to happen, but you can predict what it might look like, right? So, what I want to see is it come back down. I want to see it retest up this 575, and I want to see stabilization. And if it happens really fast, that's fine too, but I need to see that. I need to see it come back just slightly, even if it's not exactly at 575. For the people that are kind of new at trading, that when I say I want to see it come back at 575, I just mean I want to see it come back to this level. So if it touches anywhere in this zone here, this is like, the demand zone or supply zone, sorry, getting a little ahead of myself. And so I want to see it, like I said, break above here at this resistance, 575, come back down. I want to see new support created. I want to see it stabilize. I want to see bullish candles at this point. Once I see that red candle, I want to see it stop, because I don't want to see it go like that. Otherwise, I just walk away, right? If it goes like this, I walk away, right? But if it stops here and then it starts to, get going again, you watch on level 2, you do all your little tricks. You want to see a reversal candle like this right here. You want to see like a shooting star, hammer or something, bullish engulfing. That will give you the confirmation to enter, right? Because we already have the news. We already have the bullish momentum. Now we need to see confirmation and setup for us to enter, right? For me to enter anyways. Again, this is not advice. Again, please read my disclaimer in the description. This is me telling you what I'm going to do tomorrow, and you obviously trade how you trade and work this in if you want to. So this is not financial advice. Just making that clear real quick. So yeah, I want to see it stabilize. I want to see reversal candle. I want to see it pop back up. And then what I do is once I see all that confluence, I have obviously my checklist, my trader rules. Once I see all that happen, next thing I'm going to do is put my order right above that pullback point. Wherever it did pull back, it might be here, it might be here, it might be here, it doesn't matter, right? I'm going to have my order above that pullback point. So when that momentum does kick back in, it's not always going to push you, but 90% of the time it's going to push you much higher, right? Because what happens is when it's past that pullback point, buyers realize, oh, this isn't going down. So they buy more, they add to their position, they get euphoria, you know what I mean? They start going crazy, just like how it happens the opposite way. But obviously we're talking about the bullish play here. So again, once that momentum did kick back in, I'd have my order already ready here. And then that way when the momentum pushes us, I'd ride that to this next resistance up here about 670. I'd sell 3/4 of my position and I'd hold 1/4. That way I'm risk free. And then I'd wait to see what happens up here. I'm sure we might see it come back down, retest. We might see it come back down here. But I hold 1/4 of my position. That way if it does come right here, I can sell and still be in profit, right? So when you sell in the profit, at least majority of your position, at least to cover what you paid for, you become risk-free and you're playing with the house money. You're not playing with your money. You never want to be playing with your money. You want to be playing with the house money, right? So that's key to staying in profit. So if you're shorting, or if you want to know what people who are shorting are going to do, obviously most people are not shorting this stock. That's okay. You can learn how to short it. You can learn what people who are shorting it are thinking. So I'm going to talk to you about what you want to look out for if people are shorting. You can already see in after hours, we're already pushing up to this 590 here. So it is very bullish. So I'm not going to be looking for the short play, right? But there is a chance that we push lower. So why not talk about it? Why not be ready for it, right? What we'll want to look out for, very important, is this break below this moving average and this median right here. This median is very important. It's a very important level, 515, right? Because if we do see a break below this median, if you're shorting, obviously you'd want to set an alert here so you know that happened. Because that would give us, just like up here, it gives us not confirmation, but a heads up. Hey, I might be moving lower, right? That's how you have to think of it. Like, hey, like it's talking to you, right? The next thing we'd want to look out for just like up here, we want to wait. After it passes, wait. We don't just hop in. We don't chase trades, right? We wait to see if it comes back up, and we wait to see if A, it breaks up, back up, then this short is invalid, or B, it gets rejected here at 515, and just like up here, what I do, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Like it comes up here at retest and it takes off. That's the same thing here, is you want to look for it to break, retest off this zone, and if we're either A, going up, or B, we're getting rejected. If we do get rejected, the people who are holding stock, the people who are looking to short, are either going to A, add on to their position, or B, sell their position, right? The people who are holding stock, which both makes the stock go down. Now, to keep in mind here, this VWAP is probably going to swing in here. So for me personally, usually I'd have my order above the pullback point or below the pullback point. But for me, I would put it below the VWAP here, because it's safer, because a lot of times you're going to find support off the VWAP, right? This is why I wouldn't want to short the stock right now, because there's too much support below this median line here. But it's too bullish. It's too much momentum for what it looks like. But if it does come back right below this median here and retest, I would have my alert set right here below this VWAP, because a lot of times when it passes this VWAP, that's when sellers really get nervous and they sell fast. And honestly, I would be in and out with a big position very fast from 470 to 445, but I'd be out with 3/4 of my position, obviously, to wait and hold to see if we broke lower, right? Because if we stop here and it pumps back up, I'm going to obviously be in a losing trade, right? So that's why it's so important, if you do take these short trades like that, you're in and out fast with at least 3/4. That's what I do, right? I mean, obviously do what you want, but I see so many people getting killed that way by holding their positions. Yes, it's good to hold your winners, but hold the house's money. Hold the house's money, not your money, right? So again, if here I take, position below the VWAP, that way when it broke through, I'd ride that momentum down here to this strong support here, 445, sell 3/4 of my position, and then wait to see what happens, right? If it did break below here, obviously the next thing I'd be watching for, I'm still holding one position, right? Next thing I watch for is see if we opt this retest 40.45 here, and I'd still hold it, because if we did just fall back down, then hey, I got profit here and I'll take profit here. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to get a little less. At least you're not risking your money, you're risking the house money. So again, if it did break below here, I'd wait to see. A lot of times it's going to come back up for that retest, for that last breath. If it doesn't break back above, just like up here, that momentum, sellers are going to get scared. People who are holding stock are going to get scared. They're going to sell. People who are shorting or already positions are going to add to their positions. So what I do is I'd have 3/4 of my position to add back right below that pullback point. That way when the momentum kicks in, I'd ride it to this next support, which is about down here at 370. In this scenario, I'd sell my entire position, and then that's the short trade. But again, at least you know what shorts are going to be looking for. These levels are important, 515 and 445 for the shorts. At least if you're going long, at least you know what the shorts are looking for. You don't have to short it. I'm not saying I'm shorting. I'm looking for the long play, right? I like to ride that euphoria, that momentum. But like I said, this one's tough to short because you got the VWAP here, you got the moving average here, you got the median here. So there's a lot of support for it to break through before it's going to be able to go lower. So I hope this video did help you. If it did, guys, please hit that like button right away. Subscribe for more videos just like this one. Obviously, click that bell. You'll know when I release a new video. I know everybody says that, so I'm not going to keep saying that. But I really appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Facebook, StockTwits, Twitter. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. See ya. Hey there. You must have liked that video. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like that one.